You click a link to sign up, request a quote, or buy a product, and you're immediately hit with a wall of text, box after box, drop-down after drop-down. The bright screen keeps scrolling, and the heavy cognitive weight firmly sets in. You're single, but the page demands your spouse's occupation. You don't own an animal, yet you're forced to read through a list of pet breeds. Every irrelevant prompt acts like a speed bump, breaking your momentum. This is the core flaw of the static layout. It's a rigid system built to capture every possible data point from every possible user all at once. By trying to accommodate everyone simultaneously, it fits no one perfectly. For a business, this rigid structure forces two bad outcomes. Either the friction becomes too high, causing the user to abandon the page entirely and cost you a lead, or they force their way through, polluting your database with blank fields and NA responses. Organizations rely on granular data to function. But deploying static, one-size-fits-all interrogations to extract it actively degrades the user experience and compromises the very data being collected. The solution to this friction is conditional logic. It's a programming mechanism that replaces static lists with responsive pathways, turning a rigid document into an intelligent conversation. This abstract chart shows how it operates. The foundation is a basic, unbroken formula. If a specific event happens, then execute a specific reaction. The engine runs on three mechanical gears. The first is the trigger. Think of this initial node as the catalyst, a drop-down selection, a checked box, or a typed number. Next comes the condition. This invisible gate assesses the trigger against a strict rule. It checks if the input equals a specific value, contains certain text, or clears a numeric threshold. Finally, the action. If the condition is met, the system reacts in real time. A relevant field instantly appears, an unnecessary section hides, or the entire path skips forward. In practice, checking "this is a gift" instantly reveals wrapping paper options. Selecting Canada from a country dropdown immediately swaps out US states for Canadian provinces. Typing the number 3 for event attendees automatically generates exactly 3 distinct name fields. The cognitive load is lifted from the user and transferred to the system's rules. The digital environment adapts to the individual exactly as they type. But these branching pathways require precise mapping. When you build rules that dictate what a user sees, structural integrity is critical. Stacking too many conditions creates an impenetrable knot. Conflicting rules clash, testing becomes impossible, and the user is left navigating chaos. This diagram illustrates the most direct threat in poorly mapped architecture, the logic loop. This is a closed circle of rules where cause and effect turn on each other. If answering question A triggers question B to hide, but question B hiding triggers question A to disappear, the system enters an infinite loop, rendering the page useless. Equally fatal is the hidden required field. If a rule demands an answer to a mandatory question, but another rule makes that question invisible, the user is permanently blocked. Without clear testing of every possible path, a dynamic layout devolves into a broken trap, completely severing the communication it was built to facilitate. A clean implementation moves beyond the static page, creating a digital environment that prioritizes the user's specific context. Here is a comparison of the two models, revealing the paradox of conditional architecture. By building dozens of targeted follow-up questions into the backend, the actual interface presented to the user, this minimalist cluster, appears drastically shorter and faster to complete. The operational results are immediate. Because users only interact with relevant prompts, completion rates rise, and the data filtering down into your servers is pristine, complete, and free of filler responses. Deploying this architecture doesn't require a background in software engineering or writing complex JavaScript from scratch. Modern WordPress tools like the Auto Form Builder Pro add-on provide visual, point-and-click interfaces. You simply select a trigger field, define your conditions, and dictate the actions without touching a single line of code. To collect complex data, you have to stop interrogating your audience with static walls of text. Build logic into your pages, create dynamic paths, and let your systems listen, adapt, and converse.